Take one.
Hey everyone, welcome back my beautiful people to my channel. It's your girl
Lizzie Atkins.
and today I have somebody different here. No, I'm joking. Hey everyone, welcome back. Lizzie's beautiful. You are her beautiful people. If you don't know, you are her beautiful people. So we have a different video today for you guys. We are going to talk about something that we talk about and we feel like it's an important subject. We're just sharing our views on this topic. If you like this video, which you have no choice but to like it, don't forget to hit the notification bar so you'll be notified every time Lizzie uploads. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and share with your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your dog, your gate man, your chauffeur, your driver, your cleaner, everybody. Cool.
The title says it all, so I'm just gonna jump straight into it.
Yeah.
I feel like you can still have friends
Of the opposite sex.
Yeah, of the opposite sex, even when you're married. I say that. She says not really. So the reason I would say that is I say it depends on the mindset of the individual, okay? The married individual.
100.
You can have friends and still get along with you can be married and still get along with your friends as friends,
right?
Nothing more.
Yeah.
Okay, because I say this year, and this might come across as, girl, are you mad? Are you mad? Like, my partner is hearing this, so you know I'm not chatting rubbish. I have male friends that I chat to, and the more I talk to them, the more I appreciate my man.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
In a sense where, not that I don't appreciate him at all, I do appreciate him, but when we have a conversation like, say, oh, are you not gonna cook for your girl, or your girl's gone to work and you're not gonna massage her feet, and they'll be like, me, for where? She doesn't know where the hot water is, or she doesn't know where the kitchen, and I'm like, are you for real? Like, are you actually for real? You're gonna do that to your girl? And then that would just make me sit back and be like, I'm a lucky girl. Like, my man will do that for me. If I've had a long day, I don't need to tell him to cook for me, for him to cook for me, or to say, my knee is hurting or my leg is hurting, and he'll come and massage my leg for me, or try and make me as comfortable as possible. Right. Now that's the kind of friends I keep. Your opinion?
My opinion is that I'm not saying you can't at all. Obviously, I do agree with you on the standpoint that it depends on your mentality.
100.
But I feel like where the issue lies with a lot of relationships is that even if there's quite a few things I've realized. One of them is that even if your spouse trusts you and he or she knows that you're not going to disrespect the relationship, their issue will be is that the surrounding people. Do you understand? I feel like sometimes men and women have this thing where, say for example, you go out to party and you're with your partner and you're around other people or friends. Your partner is looking at you being with your male friends, and he's got this like radar where he can read that a guy's into you. Do you understand? But you're just be yourself. Your husband's there, your partner's there, and they're just watching you. And then the issue is how the guys are acting towards you. Do you understand? You're there as a friend. You're there with your friends, but your partner's issue is that he's got this thing where he can read other men. Women have it as well. We can read when a girl is trying to hit on our man. Yeah. And sometimes it happens where you don't see it because it's just you and your friend, you understand? So that can like bring jealousy within your partner, because they can see something that you can't see, and they'll raise it towards you like, oh, I don't want you to be friends with this person because of X, Y, and Z. And then your defense is, well, we're just friends. The point is, your partner feels uncomfortable because of how other people are acting towards you. He might feel like they're giving you certain types of attention which is inappropriate. Do you understand? You might perceive, I'm not saying you particular, but the person might perceive it as, no, he's not being disrespectful, blah blah blah. But there are certain things that your partner doesn't tolerate. There are certain things that your partner doesn't tolerate, and he feels like men are doing that towards his girl, so he feels jealous. That's one thing. The second thing I realized is that when people say you cannot have best friends who are the opposite sex, or you can't be friends with the opposite sex, it's because the person who has the biggest issue in that relationship, they are just reflecting off their own insecurities, and they're just reflecting off what they know they're capable of doing. Do you understand? I've watched a lot of like divorce courts and like those kind of programs on YouTube, where the man who's really protective and he's really possessive, when they flip the script and they ask him about his cheating history, he's actually got more cheating history than the girl, or vice versa. Do you get? So when they have an issue, it's because they know that they're the ones who have infidelity issues.
They don't have the control.
They don't have the control, so they deflect it
on the other person. They'll be like, well, if I can't control myself, I would say
so it's
you
not
can't
to say,
control
and
yourself.
they do this thing where they have like a mind manipulation, where they then make the spouse feel bad. So the anger that they've put onto the spouse, because they know they're actually talking about themselves, the spouse now starts apologizing, like, oh, but you know, I'll never do this. Why are you
making them like reassure them?
Yeah, that I would never do anything to. You're reassuring your partner about something that they know they would actually do. Do you understand? If your partner was in a situation where there's temptation, there's somebody that listen, there's nothing wrong with finding other people attractive. It's fine. Just don't act on it. Do you get?
100%. I always say this.
They like, so your partner knows that if they were in a situation where they find a girl attractive, they would act upon that temptation. They will not be able to resist. And because they know that's how they are, when they see the attractive spouse or their spouse, you know, in a similar situation, they just put in.
It's automatic to think that.
It's automatic to get angry.
Do the same thing.
Yeah, because that's what you would do. And it gets to a point where, another reason why this is actually linked to the second point, because that whole name blaming thing is happening, and that accusatory thing is constant, it gets to a point where it pushes the spouse so much, like there's only so much I can take. Do you get? There's only so much people can take of you nagging them about something they're not doing. They will end up doing it. So I'm not saying that you can't be friends with the opposite sex. Certain people can't handle it for all these different reasons. And the only time I see that a couple who's confident within themselves, they know how to move, they know they're not doing anything to disrespect their relationship, it's couples who actually know each other and the two have become one. There's a reason that phrase exists, to become one. You might be in a situation where somebody will come to you and be like, do you know I saw your man? You'll be like, hey, respect yourself, because you know your man.
And
it'll get to a point where
makes sense.
you'll get to a point, you'll even go to and be like, babes, XYZ said this about you. You both start laughing about it, because they're trying to, what she probably saw was your man giving a cup of drink to a woman. Something as generic
someone just comes
has
and
now
like,
come in.
hey, I saw some fine babe, your man was in the pub with
Okay,
this
what
fine
did
babe,
you see?
and he was giving her, he was even pouring drink.
And another
has
thing,
he ever done that for you?
Another thing, just another thing to mention. Now, I'm not saying you should let your partner actively go and look for people they find, other people they find attractive, but I'm a strong believer in, you know, for example, parenting. They always say, especially you always say that you should let your child be free and make their mistakes. They'll correct themselves. When you hold on to something too much, it will go and rebel.
100%.
It will go and rebel. Now, if there's no trust, why are you with your partner in the first place?
100.
People that do not, first of all, it's not that you don't trust your partner, you don't trust yourself.
It's true.
So because you don't trust yourself, that is why you now huff and puff with your chest that, oh, men and women can't be friends. No, you can't be friends with the opposite sex.
And that's true. And I feel like if your friend who is the opposite sex feels like they can't handle being friends with you because there's some kind of feeling, they should respect you as a friend and pull away from that friendship.
But do you know the funny thing is, the key word you said is respect. Respect is not common. One thing I've realized when it comes to, listen, we're not saints, we're not perfect, but we're big on respect. And I feel like that's one thing people kick out the window. When you say you respect somebody, you know that there is something that will hurt their feelings. You wouldn't intentionally do it. That whole concept goes out the window. It completely goes out the window. That's why people are, for example, movies commercialize and normalize things. Sex is normalized and commercialized cheating is normalized and commercialized. You can have banter here and there, but it gets to a point where you watch a whole movie about a man cheating on a woman or a woman cheating about a man, and the seriousness of it, you've even forgotten how serious this issue is because it's so normalized. The media normalizes it. So now everyday life, it's cheating is like, yeah, listen, I personally don't know what I would do if I was in a marriage or an engagement and my partner cheated on me. But my thing is this, cheating is and we're talking about actually having sex and actually kissing somebody else. Like, no, this might sound like I'm in La La Land. Trust me, I'm aware. I'm aware. But I would have more respect, and it's about having uncomfortable conversations. I would have more respect if my partner came up to me, whether it's in the early stage or 10 years, 50 years down the line. I would have respect if my partner came up to me and said, babes, you know, I need to be honest with you, things are not how they are.
Yeah.
Do you get, as uncomfortable as the conversation will be, and as much as it will rattle me that, what, one day you love me, the next day let me know so I know where to stand. And this is why men and women go mad and they actually lose it in relationships, because they've put so much confidence.
My God, so much, not even just, so much investment.
But this is why I say, this is why I choose the word confidence. You wouldn't invest in something you don't have confidence in. Do you understand? People have confidence and trust. They've put all their eggs in one basket. For them to now find out they've been cheated on because they didn't put that restriction because they had so much faith in their partner, and for them to be taken the piss out of, you're gonna go mad. So men, opposite sexes, and being friends with somebody who you're not married to, it is possible. But if you know you cannot control yourself, if you know you're not proper in yourself, you're not proper in your relationship, check your relationship before you go and face the outside world. People, and let's think about how quickly people jump into relationships.
Mate, I heard someone say oh, it's now a norm for when you go on date your official without having to say your official.